So today, let's talk about the advanced APA strategy and how can we spot out a valid APA strategy when we open our charts. Spotting out advanced APA strategy requires more patience when selecting the kind of pair we want to use and proper refinement that can make us, have that validation structural formation and entry. Now let me take you on step by step how I got my entry on ETH USD daily time frame using the advanced APA strategy. Now what I did is I found this. So I found this RBS right on daily time frame. Now before I can do anything, right, I need to wait for rejection on that zone, right? I need to wait for rejection on that zone. Now on this day, that was on Wednesday, there was rejection on Wednesday. And how well can I align this to what I have, right? To what I have. Now, using my Emerson Plus Alchemist in respect to the APA strategy, now what do I need to do? I need to note the rejection that comes, that comes after a previous candle day, right? That is S support, reject support, right? In this case. Now the same thing I have here, I have to mark out my support, reject support, and using the close of the daily candle, right? That means this candle needs to close before I can make any suggestion, right? This candle, this one right here needs to close based on what I have in my manual. So this has to close. So this has to close. This daily candle on Wednesday has to close. And once this candle closes, so I wait for the next day to give me to give me my confirmations, right? So what do I have to wait on the next day? Now reaction on time frame lower. On the reaction of time frame lower, what do I want to see? I want to see a breakout to the upside. Alright. I want to see a breakout to the upside. A breakout of the previous day to the upside. Then I try to refine from the inside. Same thing, a breakout to the upside, I try to refine from the inside. Now same thing here, I go to my H4 time frame and I want to see a breakout to the upside. You can see this is Wednesday candle, Thursday candle, and Thursday candle broke out, Wednesday candle. You can see this is Thursday candle, and I have a breakout of all this high because this is the close of the previous daily candle. This is the close. Now when we have the close, a breakout needs to occur on the 4-hour time frame. Afterwards, initiating the breakout, I know yes, I'm in advancement to what I need to see. Right? So I have this and I switch to my time frame lower. Now this time frame lower, what do I want to see? So what do I want to see on the breakouts? Now I want to see this validation, right? This QM validation. Now I place my entry on this validation. Now let me just use this line. So I place my entry on that validation, right? So from this is the structure I want to see. You can see. So that is the structure that signifies the breakouts and a proper validation. You understand? So a proper validation. Now we have a break to the upside like this, right? And a sweep of the low and a breakout again, which is this, a breakout to the upside, which is this, and and a reversal back. This can be a liquidity, just structural liquidity as the case may be, and entry back to that point, right? to that point of invalidation, right? Because this has to validate a cell, but there was an invalidation of the resistance. Now this becomes this becomes a QM and and a bullish confirmations, right? Because it has to be a sell, but there was broke out and and it tested on the on the validation zone, which is this zone. We test on this zone and and move to the upside, right? So just follow this account, in case I drop more videos about APA strategy and how you can enter from there. You can see what happened. Price came to that zone and move. So price came to that zone and and move to the upside. So very, very simple. Just target 1 to 7, 1 to 8, as the case may be. So more videos like this will still be dropped out. So in case you want to know more about how I trade my APA strategy, so I see you have full strategy analysis of how to mark out your your closing range, your opening range, your closing range for bearish candle, your closing range for bullish candle, and the breakouts that you need to see, right? On that time frame, the breakouts that you need to see, and from there, so validations from the entry validations, right, for buys, right, and also entry validation for sell. So validation turns to validation, and for sell, how you can utilize those structure. This is also a QM entry, so breakouts, and also a QM entry. This is the details that we need to look out to. So details on the time frame, and what we need to see as one candle closes, another one opens, and the and variation occurs. Right. So we also have this for buys, and as well for buys. So same thing, daily gets daily, and breakouts, and and we also have structural QM on lower time frame here, right? Lower time frame. This is also another way you can find it out. Spot outs when you switch to line charts is also a QM. So we have those conditions that we need to master before we get our entry. So follow for more if you want more videos, educative videos about this, and showing you more about APA advanced one strategy. You are using my advanced chemist manual, you understand? So using my advanced chemist manual, we have dimensional partiality chemist, and also the structural mechanisms that give us the actual APA strategy. So thanks for following. Please, as I've seen this, you can also repost, share to your friends, let them learn one or two things, right? So very, very good. Thank you.